Hey guys, welcome back to City Skylines. This is episode number 26. Number 26. Alright, so today we're going to take a break worrying about our traffic problems. And we are going to focus on one area, detailing out. Doesn't it look like peaceful and serene from this range when you can't see all the problems up close? Just seems like a nice place to be. But I'm seeing flashing icons here and there. So before we get to what we're going to focus on, today we're going to focus on these two roundabouts in Trapezoid Land. I've been adding some footpaths, and we need to have some elevated footpaths so that they can get back and forth. We're going to make this area just look very nice and allow people to walk around, and you can see now that I've added the footpaths, they're using them, but they're crossing the street, which is going to impact traffic. Either that or they're going to get splat. Get splat! These cars are not slowing down at all. It must be Google driving cars or something that know, just like have exact timing. Yeah, so we're going to do some elevated walkways over all the streets and over the roundabouts and add some nice trees and stuff. Before we do that, let's take a look at one or two other things. So the traffic is still an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare, and we might just get to the point where I'm ready to release the dam and make a new city. I want to do a few more experiments, though. I don't know if we'll be able to fix what we made. It looks kind of nice. We will also add some buses. I want to experiment with buses and one-way streets. And what else? Oh, shipping, trains. We need to like experiment with this stuff before I move on to another city. Otherwise, it'll just be another kind of beginner experience. All right, what is you? What are you saying? Too few services. Okay. We could probably use some shipping to supplement some of our industries. But when you zoom way out, I mean, the city does look kind of nice. It's only when you zoom in you see all the problems. So off camera, one of the things I worked on is I completely redid the entire subway system. When I first made it, I was not taking into account things like how fast the trains would be going. I gave them some very abrupt... It was all done with straight lines and some very abrupt angles. You can see there's a train right there. I also spread out and deleted a lot of the train stops, so they're a little bit more spread out now. And we will eventually add some buses. And they've also got different colors. Okay, so how you make train lines different colors is you come here to the Transport tab, and you click on a line, and it brings up this. Now, if you're in this menu where you're building... That doesn't happen. In this one, you can move lines, and then if you're in this menu, you've got to turn it on and off, it seems. If you're in this menu, you can bring up a label, and you can see I've given them names, and you can change the color. Whoops. Oh, Metropolis. Reach a population of 50,000. So we can make airports, use planes, and we can buy one more area. But actually, I'm pretty sure we can buy basically everything now because of the mod. This is the max size you would normally get in the game. 9 tiles, we just reached that. And is there another Metropolis? Or another milestone? Megalopolis. Oh, this is when we get all those. We have to get to Megalopolis, 65,000. And then we get monuments. Cool. Oh, monuments, 65,000. We need a megalopolis. All right, that's a goal. We definitely need to hit that with this map so we can experiment with those. Need to experiment with every feature of the game before we move on to a second city. Anyway, okay, so car trips saved, 32%. You can see this one's called Big Loop, and it goes all the way up around here. Then over yonder, we've got the Utopia Loop, which goes down into Utopia, and then up here into T-Bone Estates. And then there's one over here, which is the North-South 8, because it's a figure 8. There's a figure 8 there. And then there's an East-West 8, figure 8, which does kind of this thing. So they're all overlapping. Car trip saved 23%. I don't know if it matters how you plan the routes. It's probably, this is just my hunch, and my hunch could be totally wrong. Probably more important to just make sure that all the lanes are, all the stations are covered, and there's overlapping pathways, so that a person up here can get down here one way or another by changing trains. I mean, if you're in a big city, you have to change trains on a long trip anyway, most of the time. Okay, so there's that. I did that. We've got some death problems, and that's probably more because of the traffic than anything else. I mean, I've got a cemetery right there, and then there's an incinerator right next to it. Bam. So that's just some traffic problems. I do like the way this looks, but the traffic is an issue. Okay, what else? What else did I do? I think that's it. Yeah, that was actually kind of a lot. Let's zoom out. Let's buy a piece of land. Didn't we get the right to... We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. And I can't zoom out anymore. We can buy an 8th one. I guess the Megalopolis is the last one. You could normally buy your 9th and final tile at that point. But we have a mod installed, so we can buy a bazillion. So when we get to the next one, we're going to be able to buy all the tiles. And I would like to dam up this whole area. So I'm going to place a dam there, and a dam there, and a dam there. And eventually release it at the end of the series. If I said episode previously, that was a mistake. I guess it doesn't really matter which one we buy now, because I'm not going to be building in these tiles. I guess we'll go ahead and buy this area, which will be used to create suck. In case I want to start working on that before we reach the next milestone. Still have some pollution there, but the rest of the pollution is slowly disappearing. Okay, so that's that. Now let's get to work on this area. So we need to put some elevated footpaths, and I think to do that, we're going to do some eyeballing. But we're going to do kind of a similar thing to make a circle. We're going to make a circular path that's elevated, and to do that, I'm going to make a plus sign. So I'm just going to make each of these 6 units. 6. 6. All right, and then I'm going to grab this, the freeform, and I'm going to come out 90 degrees, 6 units, and it's telling me that we're at 90.5 degrees, so it's not exact, huh? Huh, that's interesting. Now, can I change that with... I can't really change it, but 90 point... That's close enough. This one is at 92%. Yeah, who can tell the difference? Nobody, that's who. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. I'm just eyeballing the center of this circle. And this roundabout's smaller. Oh, we want the straight road. Okay, there's a center. It's more or less 5. Come up to 5. 5. And 5. Okay, and then freeform. And come out 5. And oh, you know what you could do is you can hold down Alt. Oh, it's not going to work on this mode. Sometimes when you hold down Alt, it'll show you like guidelines for things you're close to connecting to. 70. Ooh, that's not good at all. $93 degrees. I must have screwed something up. So when it's telling me 5 units, that must be a dirty lie. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking what's happening is that one of these arms is not the same as the others. I've got it toggle snapping on, so it should snap to the grid, but I don't think that's entirely accurate. Like if I place it here or here, these are both, this is all 5. Oh, and I need the straight road tool, of course. So I'm going to try to make something better. You know, just looking at this one looks too long. Is that better? I don't know. Let's see what we get. Okay, come out here to 5. 88.2. What if I come out a little bit farther? What if I don't go out as far? Okay, so that's a little bit better. I guess that's all right. Then we need to connect up paths to here. Maybe it's best if we come in diagonally, because then we have a little bit more wiggle room to slope down. Like if we start at the floor here, look at all these pedestrians. Wow, I should have been using these footpaths earlier. It turns out people like to walk, and wow, I guess that means that that should help with traffic, shouldn't it? So I should probably start putting these footpaths basically everywhere. This is one of the things that you just kind of need experience in the game. One of the things you discover while playing that I didn't really think about when I first started. But now that I see the effect of it, I'm like, whoa. We need footpaths all over the place. Okay, so it's not giving me... Let's see, if I hold down Alt, it doesn't tell me anything. Maybe it doesn't do it with the paths. But I would like it to be more or less on a line with that guy up there. Okay, and then page down. Maybe line up with... There we go. Yeah, so right now they're using those crosswalks. And I prefer them to not use the crosswalks. There we go. All right, one more, and then we'll delete the bits in the middle. Huh, okay, I think after looking at it that this one's more at 90 degrees than the other one. I might redo that one. All right, very nice. Zooming out, what's it look like? Does it look like... It looks pretty good, zooming out. Okay, I don't notice a huge amount of problems. There, okay, so now are they using it? Yes, they are. Are they still using the crosswalk? Yes, they are. So do I need to give them an alternative to the crosswalk? So maybe we do this. How much space does it take? Huh. Space already occupied. Turn off that guy. Apparently it takes a bit of space. Let's tell you what, let's go backwards. Oops. Let's start here, right there. Okay. Huh, it doesn't give you the red sign until you start building. See that? Wow, we can't... Oh, no, it's not doing that. Space already... Yeah, now it is. Okay. All right, I'm getting confused sometimes. All right, here we go. We can even do that. No, I don't want it curved. Bam. Okay, and then... I guess that's fine the way it is. Let's try to do the other side. And basically what I do, I want to observe to see if they stop using the crosswalk. Or if they keep using it anyway, in which case this is basically a waste of time. Okay. Huh. I don't know if that technically is connected. Okay, let's do... Whoa! Let me do this. Bam. Okay, and then this guy and that guy. Wow, all these guys are using it. It looks like a swarm of ants right now. Okay, and then let's, should I replace this one as well? There. Alright, so they've got all kinds of options for walking. If they're here, they can go across there. Now, are they still using crosswalks? It's hard to really tell empirically, like, what's happening. It'd be nice if I had a little filter for pedestrian traffic. Like, for instance, this traffic thing, if there was, like, a pedestrian-specific version, that would be kind of neat. So we could measure... Like, I don't see this thing to be getting used at all. Maybe it's not any shorter than this one, and maybe in the end these are more direct, so they're using that. So if they're not using that, we will just delete it. And while we wait for them to decide if they like it or not, let's build this stuff. And I'm going to do it the same way. Hopefully there's room for all the different directions on this intersection. Alright, that's good. And we'll do this one. Someone's phone is ringing. They better answer that. Who's got... That sounds like an old school, like, dial-up landline. Who in their right mind has a landline in this day and age? Okay, and then maybe connect you up to there. Hello. Very nice. And then when we're done with this step, we will add some trees and stuff. Oh, you know what? Snap's not on. Turn that on. That could be useful. So that I know that I'm going in a straight line. Pretty nice. All right, and maybe we can even turn this into like a little parky area. So I'll do this and that. Okay, and then one more. This one, we'll see. Oh, there's room. No. Oh, I liked it the way it was. Shoot. Okay, that seems good. Delete the middle. One thing I haven't done, I haven't looked on the Steam Workshop for trees. I'm wondering if I could find some really big, cool-looking trees. That might be pretty neat. And now that I think about it, I probably don't want a path right next to the on-ramps. I probably want space for, like, trees as kind of like a sound barrier. So let's do that. Let's move this one as well. Let's put it down like here. Wow! I am kind of blown away by the pedestrian traffic. The pedestrian traffic is going nuts. Who knew? Well, now we know. Now we can plan our future sections accordingly. Yeah, it turns out they really like that. That doesn't seem like it wants to slope to sleep. Alright, but it looks nice to be like that. Anyway, let's do another one over here. Answer your dumb phone already. Come on. Alright, so we'll do this. Like that. And then over here. Meanwhile, in the rest of my city, the traffic is absolutely abysmal and a nightmare. But hey, who cares? We're making pretty pathing. Alright, doesn't want to connect. That's fine. That's alright. Doesn't have to connect everywhere. Can you go underneath there? You can. Oh, look at that. Okay. You can come through there. I guess I'll try that again. Let's try to go underneath it again. Hey! Look at... Look at just adding like all those details. Definitely makes the area look pretty nice, doesn't it? Okay, so let's grab... Oops, I was already in the tree mode. I downloaded some custom parks. This is a parking lot. You can't see it unless I place it. I might put that in a denser urban area. Here's a parking lot. Parking lot. Not all of these have previews. Here's a tennis club, tennis stadium, a soccer field, stuff like that. There's also a skate park here somewhere. But I think I'm just going to stick with trees for this area. Okay, so let's see. We got this guy. Wow, that's a tiny little bush. Okay. This area way over here, I've been adding all these pine trees. So I think I want a more of a, like a deciduous look. So first things first, let's get rid of the pine trees. And then replace them. I'll only get rid of them inside this area. And then anything like outside of the area can keep their distinctive native fauna that I haven't yet to bulldoze. Maybe this too. Goodbye. And you. Because you're kind of... This is like the space in between the two. So it's included. It also gives us a chance to have a bit of a clearer look. At the overall look of the area. And see if there's any places we need to, like, connect up pathing. Man, the pedestrian traffic. It's awesome. I mean, this area is a problem. Wow, traffic. Okay. Never mind. We're not worrying about traffic today. Okay, back to the trees. This guy. That's this one. This one's tiny. They're not really representative. The icons are not representative of their final form. That one's tiny. I want the biggest one first is basically what I'm looking for. Okay, it was this one. And it looks like they have a bit of some variables in their overall size. So we'll put a bunch of these in the interior of the circle here. There we go. Ah, nice and lush. If only we could like put some monkeys or something in there, some birds chirping. This could be like a little attraction, not just a footpath. Holy cow, at all the people walking. Okay. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Okay, so let's get a different size. Preferably not microscopically small. I want like the medium one. This is big. That's the same one. Okay, and then zooming over here, we've got you. That's tiny. You're kind of medium. Okay, we'll put you... you can go in the like the triangle shapes in between the entrance and exit ramps. There we go. I do have the brush, by the way, the tree brush, but I found it's not very effective in little areas like this. It's more effective to just click. The tree brush is awesome in an open area where you haven't built anything yet. But in an area like this, I've had problems with it. Basically, I guess it can't find a viable spot with all the roads in the way. So it tends to not do much at all. It's faster just to click. Alright, there's you. Oh, get rid of that. You don't belong there. Okay, then we'll zoom out and see what happens. Well, yeah, I want to go on the workshop. I need to remember to do that and look for some really cool trees. Palm trees would be nice, but really just like super huge, big trees would be cool. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's get another size. This guy's small. Okay, so let's just sort of line some of these guys. Kind of like this. Boop, 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 boop. And then maybe we'll put like one big tree in the center of these. So let's do... Yeah, all right. That's good. Which one did I have? This one. Was it this one? No. Was it that one? Yeah. All right. I wonder what effect on the property value this kind of thing has if you just add a bunch of trees all over the place. I wonder if that affects it or not. If it's just purely cosmetic. In the long run, I guess I don't really care. Like, I would do it anyway if there was no tangential benefit. Or tangential? I don't mean tangential. Tangible. Tangible, not tangential. Those are totally different words. If there was no discernible benefit, then who cares? I would do it anyway. But if there is a benefit, then that's nice. Look at all these swarming ants. It's ridiculous. Oops, okay. No one will be able to tell from the street side. So yeah, I need to, in the future, when designing areas, footpaths are going to be one of the first things I think about when I'm laying out roads before I start zoning anything. We are up to 52,000 people. Look at that. That's pretty good. So we need to get to 65 to get to that last classification and be able to unlock everything. That's one of our end goals for this map. So the goals, I guess we should state them. One goal is to reach the last milestone, 65,000, so we can buy all the terrain and dam up a super huge area to prepare for the apocalypse or whatever we want to call it. Then I need to experiment with each of the different systems. So we still have to experiment with trains, with buses, with airports and with shipping. Those are the major ones left to figure out and mess around with. Then we can delete our dams and watch everything flood in a giant tsunami. Okay, so let's tell you what, let's put the trees. How many more do I have left? Oh, look at the details. Oh, it's looking so nice. Okay, I've got just a few left. I think we can finish in time. And then maybe we'll just stop it and let's kind of like take a look at people walking around. See what kind of paths, if any, they're not taking. Like this overpass here, I think is not getting used at all. So maybe we just get rid of it. I don't think I've seen a single person use it. I guess just the ones over the roundabout, they're probably more direct. So I guess that's not getting used at all. Let's just bye. Huh, okay. Hook up to here. Was that not connected? Maybe that's why nobody was going there. Or maybe it's just not the direct route. Okay, more trees. We're almost done. Almost done, and then we can admire our handiwork. There are some flashing lights. I guess that's a police or ambulance or something. Okay, this little guy. And then this one. Okay, and then we'll put the trees in the middle and we'll be done. At least for now. Okay, trees. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. One there. One there, one there. I guess I didn't do that, but that's okay. Okay, that's probably pretty good for now. That's a pretty good amount of detail work. Now let's hit escape on that. And I have the zoom in tool so we can get like super up close. Although I've limited how close you can get because I heard there were some bugs. There's a little doggy walking by. All right, what about the other one? This one is getting used a ton as well. All right, so I think that was a success. Updating this area. Let's take a screenshot for the old thumbnail. F12. Bam. Okay, so that's about gonna do it for this episode. Next time, I think we're going to add a bus depot somewhere. I need to zone this stuff. I will fix up the zoning off camera because it's I did so much little construction with the subway. I still have to go back and fix little patches like here where there used to be a subway station. But I'll do that off camera. Hope you guys enjoyed the series. We'll see you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.